Hello, visionaries. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Marisa Talbert. I'm the founder and CEO of Talbert Law Office, your favorite go-to legal resource for all things business, nonprofit, and intellectual property law. Last week, we started a series on when protecting your assets goes wrong. This is all based on a concept known as piercing the corporate veil. Just to recap, piercing the corporate veil occurs when the limited liability protection of a business entity is removed, which then allows for the business owner to be held personally liable for the business's debts and liabilities. In last week's video, we talked about how to maintain separate identities between the business and the business owner, whether that business owner is an individual or another business, such as a holding company. If you missed it, I'll link it down in the description box below. Today, we'll discuss another way to pierce the corporate veil and how you can avoid it. Starting from where we left off last week, another way to pierce the corporate veil is when your business doesn't have any monies. I know you don't hear that every day. These internet streets will have you thinking there's 101 ways to start a business with no money. And there is. But being a broke business can get you in trouble. Okay, so let's stop talking around it and let's jump right into it. There is a term that explains this called undercapitalization. Undercapitalization occurs when a company does not have enough capital, which is just a fancy word for money, to conduct its normal business operations and pay its creditors. If your company is not generating enough cash flow or cannot access financing, your company is considered to be undercapitalized. Okay. So you say, I'm bootstrapping and I'm struggling to get my business off the ground. Who hasn't struggled to get their business off the ground, right? And why does that have to be a bad thing? And my answer would be, well, you're kind of right, but just kind of. So let me explain the rationale. So we know that your business entity, such as an LLC or a corporation, provides you limited liability protection. Right? Nod your head to say yes. Yes. Okay. And we also know that that liability is limited to how much you initially invested into your business, right? Nod your head to say yes again. And if you say no, then you need to go watch my 4 Business and Entrepreneurs playlist, because I've told y'all. I'll also link that in the description box below. Anywho. So if we know that liability is limited to the initial investment, then the laws and the courts that interpret those laws say that if your business doesn't have any monies, then you're keeping money out of your business on purpose to avoid liability. You see where I'm going with this? So if someone actually sues your business, and your business has nothing to lose, it looks like a plot to defraud or avoid the creditors. You know what I'm saying? Okay. As a result, the undercapitalization of your business may cause a judge to hold you personally liable for those business liabilities because your business doesn't have any monies or assets of its own. Now, I want to be clear. The undercapitalization theory focuses on how much money you start the business with. If later on down the line the business becomes underfunded for whatever reason, the undercapitalization theory will generally not apply. Ain't that a trip? Did you learn something new? I hope so. All right, so let's keep going so we can finish this up. So I know many of you are wondering, how does this apply to a holding company? And the gotcha is, it doesn't. Let me specify. It generally doesn't. There's always a way to mess everything up. However, the holding company generally does not have any operating activities. So it's not likely to be exposed to the same type of liability as would a subsidiary or an operating entity. So, in order to stay out of trouble, just make sure that your business has adequate funding. And that looks different for every business. You may need much less money to start with if you're providing services. But if you sell products, you may need equipment, ingredients, or other intermediate goods that help you create that final product. And this is where a business plan comes in handy. In a business plan, you would anticipate for your operational activities and your starter costs so that you could seek adequate funding before starting the business. All in all, just make sure that your business has enough money to operate and to pay its debts so that you can show that you're a legitimate business. And when you're legit, your business will continue to maintain that limited liability protection. All right, well, that's all I have for today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps to get this content out to those who need the info. Of course, I look forward to your feedback and questions in the comments. And as always, this is Talbert Law Office, your favorite go-to legal resource for all things business, nonprofit, and intellectual property law. I'll see you in the next video.
I done made it this far.